Hello everyone, this is the NimbleBimbleBiker here. So this is going to be my first motovlog video, and it's just going to be a bit of an introduction to me. I think I'm going to probably do it just as a very quick one, to see if I can just sort of get it out there. So I am from Colchester in Essex. I am late 20s, 28 to be precise. Bit of a short arse at 5'6", just to give you an idea of the type of bike I ride. It's the Kawasaki Ninja 400, and I have been riding for just under 2 years, just shy of 2 years. And I'm really enjoying it, I started out on a 125, a Yamaha YS, which I very foolishly bought brand new, despite the high amount of information out there of everyone saying, don't get new, buy used, because you'll drop it, you'll crash it, all this stuff. And well, that's exactly what happened. I dropped it, I crashed it. Not through my fault, I might add, on the crash. It was some plonker pulled out of the side road on me. So yeah, got that all fixed up, and then after that didn't really affect my confidence really, other than my confidence in the bike itself, because I do believe that part of why I dumped the bike was due to the fact that on the YS 125 the brakes are linked. So with that, I squeezed on the front brake, didn't touch the rear brake at all, but it obviously squeezed on the rear brake because they're linked, and I felt the back tyre just start to slide out from beneath me. So in that split second I thought, well, if I'm going down, I'm going to make sure I go down well before I hit this guy. And that's what happened. So I went down, smashed into the front corner bumper of his car where he'd gone to pull out, and managed to slide out of the way of oncoming traffic. So yeah, then in August of last year I decided, had enough now, let's go into the big boy league, let's get a full licence. As I'm 28, I could go in the UK, you can go straight in to get your full A licence if you're over 24. So as I met that, I went straight in, passed my Mod 1 first time, which I thought I'd fail first time, and I passed my Mod 2 second time, even though I thought I'd pass first time. So yeah, managed to get that all done, out of the way, and then I went straight into basically just test riding bikes. I live near Colchester Kawasaki, which is a brilliant dealer, really friendly guys in there, and they're not pushy at all, which is another thing I love. I do love the amount of acceleration this bike's got. For a little 400, she really does go. So like I was saying, yeah, I was test riding a couple of bikes, and they were the Kawasaki Z650, Suzuki SV650, Kawasaki Ninja 650, Kawasaki Ninja 400, and I also tested the Yamaha MT-07 and the Yamaha R3. R3 went straight out of the running instantly. I thought the brakes on that bike were really bad. It could have been that it was pretty much fresh out of the box. I was the first one to test ride it, so I've got to give it a little bit of leeway on that, but still I just thought it wasn't a great bike for me personally, especially when you compare it to the 400. I don't even think they're close to being in the same league. So yeah, that was straight out the running. The SV went out the running pretty quickly because they wouldn't let me test it, and I thought, well, I'm not buying a bike I haven't tested, even though I have ridden it on my Mod 1, but you're never really paying attention to what the bike feels like and what it can do when you're on your Mod 1 training, are you? You're just trying to get the manoeuvres and everything down perfect. Yeah, so then after that was ruled out, I went on to the Ninja 400, tested that and absolutely loved it. I thought it was a fantastic bike, really good bike. So tested that once, then thought, right, I've tested that, let's try the Ninja, let's try the Ninja 650, thinking that was the sort of the real sporty one out of the two, but actually, yes, it's faster, yes, it has more torque, this, that and the other, but it didn't feel sportier at all. It felt like what it is. It felt like a sports tourer, and not a little sports bike, which is a shame, because I think it would, if they just tune that differently, you know, set up the ergonomics a little bit differently, that would be a great bike. It really would be a great bike. So yeah, it was very close between that and the Ninja, but it didn't make the cut. So you know, Ninja was up there, and then it was the MT-07 for me as well. Z650 I didn't go for because I thought it was way too vibey on the handlebars, which funnily enough I didn't think was the case for the Ninja 650, even though they're basically the same bike. So yeah, tried the MT-07 and I thought, at the time I thought that's too much torque for me, that's just too much power, and I think I'd probably end up getting into trouble. Looking back at it now, I think I probably could have actually got away with it, and I'd have just, you know, if I'd have taken my time, worked it out fine, and I'd have probably had the MT-07 for a number of years. But I went with the Ninja 400 as like the safer option, and also the fact that when I was younger, the Kawasaki Ninja, that was the bike I wanted. You know, I didn't really have a care about, you know, engine size or anything like that. It was just, I wanted a Ninja, and I'm really glad I got one. Even if I know a lot of people don't really class the baby Ninjas as a Ninja, they just think it's a beginner bike. You know, I don't really think this is a beginner bike. You know, I think it's friendly to beginners, but I think this is a friendly intermediate bike. To be honest with you, it's a really good bike, and if you're, you know, a really well seasoned rider, you could have, you know, the time of your life on this little bike. So yeah, I picked up this bike in December of last year, and I'll better slow down on this corner, I don't want to go in the back of him. Yeah, picked up the bike in December, and pretty much gelled with it straight away. It's funny because although it does feel, like I have said, it feels really sporty, you've also got that upright feeling of it, so it wasn't completely different to my YS 125 in that respect. It did still feel, you know, easily controllable, and I mean it flicks around, you know, corners and around traffic and everything so easily. It's a brilliant little bike, and I really recommend it to anyone who's thinking, oh, you know, insurance plus bike cost, you know, what do I want to get that I can, you know, really afford in terms of that, running costs, petrol, you know, all that rolled into one. This bike here, fantastic little bike. So if you do want to follow me, check me out. I am NimbleBimbleBiker, and I'm currently on YouTube, which is probably where you're watching me, and Instagram at the moment. I've not got anything else just yet. Yeah, they're the two main ones that you can find me, and I've got a couple of photos up on Instagram at the moment, just a couple, but I'll be hopefully building that soon. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all soon.